Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we really do need to have a talk. We kind of need to have a bit of a conversation here, and we're not looking at charts, we're not doing anything like that. It's more of just something that I think is very important, especially if you are in the SafeMoon community. Those of you who do support SafeMoon, those of you who want to see it succeed one day, and all of you who can be grouped into that umbrella, I think this is very important. And so definitely listen, at least hear me out right now, because this is this is very important, just for the future, okay? So one thing that I've seen recently is that things are starting to get emotional, right? Like, we've seen that SafeMoon has gradually not really done much recently. Volume is decreasing relatively, and things just may not be looking the best for the overall crypto market itself. We could be entering into a bear market, we may not be. Check out my last video where I do explain that. But one thing that I've noticed is that, again, things are starting to get very, very emotional. Many people may have bought up and been down 70% now, 50%, 60% from May. Right. People could have been, in so early on. I mean, whenever we all were in early April, I mean, you could have seen historic and meteoric rises. But now you're starting to see very little gains in terms of how much it's grown. And people are, again, getting emotional. Well, one thing that I've noticed from there is that we've been seeing a lot of people making some decisions. Some people say, I'm going to sell, I'm not going to sell, I'm going to buy more, I'm not going to buy more, I'm going to hold, which is what I'm doing. People are making their own decisions. But one thing I've noticed within the community, within the SafeMoon community, and it's not everyone, don't get it wrong, and I would never group everyone in together, but it's something that I've noticed recently, is that as things do get emotional, we're seeing an increase in, just overall FUD and doubt and, again, uncertainty, things like that. But I need to talk about the response from the community. So about 2 weeks ago, I would like to say, I made a video saying we got to keep stopping this. And I was basically talking about all of these false reports that are coming out, and people are just making things up about SafeMoon. I absolutely love the fact that there's people like, say, SafeMoon Mark, who can go in and just provide the stats, provide the reasonings, provide the information that is necessary to say, okay, this is how that's not true. But another thing I'm seeing within the community is a very, very attack-minded approach to people who are, maybe not so supportive of SafeMoon, okay? And now if there's people out here who saying this project is stupid and that you guys will never succeed and everyone should sell this, if there's someone who's saying that and they're attacking the community and you attack back, realistically, is it the best approach to take? Probably not, but can I blame you? No. But there are people out there that I've noticed are saying, you know what, this just isn't what I hope that it would be in the time span that I have, and so I'm going to sell. Now, specifically, I saw a post the other day where someone was saying, coming out of the pandemic, I didn't really have much money left over. I was hoping for the best. I saw the excitement behind SafeMoon. I saw everyone excited about it. I saw people just absolutely making hundreds and hundreds of, maybe even up to thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. And I hope that with me putting my money into it, that I could see those same gains. But then I put it in just simply way too close to the top, and now I'm down. So I made the decision to sell. And, because I was hoping that I could make that money back, but that was not money that I was willing to lose like I did. And then everyone immediately, I'm talking, this thing got swarmed. It was just absolutely attacks. I mean, it was probably 100, 200, 300 comments where people were just kind of like, why would you sell it now? You might as well have waited for 2 years. You're so dumb, or you're stupid for selling. Like, why would you buy at the top, sell at the bottom? This is not financial advice. Kind of attacking him and calling him unintelligent and things like that. But then he goes back and replies to people and said, I was trying to make money because I need to keep paying for my doctor's appointments because I have a critical illness. And that's where I'm kind of like, it was a big realization for me, because I realized that within this space, there are people who are actually putting money into these things because they need it to change their life. And so whenever you go on attack mode because people decide that it's not best for them, or it doesn't work for their time span, it's not the best approach to take. And so for the community that I'm building, I just want people to understand that, one, right now, if people are selling, let them. If you truly do believe in the future of SafeMoon over the next years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever, if you truly believe that a blockchain and an exchange and bridges and all of these things are going to revolutionize the crypto space, why would you be so mad at someone for selling it, them giving you reflections, which also increases the burn, which inherently increases the value of SafeMoon itself. So in the long term, the potential growth potential grows, or it increases, let's say. That doesn't really make the most sense. You know what I mean? And so now, again, if it's someone fudding it, if they're making things up and you attack them, they shouldn't have made things up. You know what I mean? I can't say you should or you should not do that. That's 100% your choice. But if there are people out there who say, look, I made a mistake. I put money into this thing that I was not willing to lose and I lost it. And now this just is not the space for me. Or if someone says, I thought that we would be able to see this thing develop differently, right? Or just anything like that. And they have legitimate reasons. It's not the best thing to do is just to immediately attack them, because you really never know what's going on in someone's life, right? If they're not making things up, if they're not spreading FUD for zero reason at all, but if they're just saying that it's not for them, I don't think attacking them is the best thing to do. And now this person's not close to me, but it really stood out to me so much because it made you always forget that these people behind the screens are real people and you never know what they have going on in their life. And so I guess just the message that I'm trying to say here is that, listen, we are really, really fighting the odds here. Okay. People don't necessarily take us the most serious. People don't look at SafeMoon and take it serious because it was kind of like the leader of the meme coin, hype coin, momentum coin movement, right? You know, safely going to the moon, SafeMoon. That immediately people don't necessarily take that the most serious. Okay. People don't look at it and realize the true use potential that it has. It really introduced tokenomics to the public eye. And now we are seeing that it is the leader of that revolution as well. So it's trying to do something new that none of the bigger cryptos have done in a way. Right. And so with that, we are fighting against the odds. We're battling against the current. We're swimming upstream. And if we do continue to, say, attack people and almost have relatively every now and then cult-like tendencies, it will be difficult for people to take the coin serious. Right. Because sure, there's people, I love ADA, but if someone says I would rather buy this crypto than ADA because it works for me, I wouldn't attack them just because they're not supporting ADA. No. You know, that, and that's like the mindset that I think it's going to be, you know, is going to be important going into the future, is that if we want to see this thing grow and establish itself as a true crypto, then we also have to allow the community to develop into something that isn't so toxic sometimes. Because I absolutely love the enthusiasm that everyone has. I'm super enthusiastic about it. I don't care about the price. I really couldn't care less. We're getting the burns down, the volume staying relatively the same. I'm good. The price, whatever. But the enthusiasm is fantastic, but the issue with it is that on the flip side, the negativity and like kind of like the anger that can be fueled behind it as well can almost be just as strong sometimes. And so to those of you who support me, to those, you know, who are within this community, do understand that people are not going to understand or like or both, not understand, or they'll understand it but not like it, or not like it because they don't understand it, which will lead them to say things that may not just be the most intelligent. You don't have to attack them because realistically they're not making a difference anyway. They're going to sell their tokens, you're going to get your reflections, your wallet will grow a little bit, and that's that. Or there's people who are new to this space, who are introduced to this space by something like SafeMoon, who are figuring out this thing and realizing that it's so much more than just buy this and go to the moon. And they may have realized that they may have made a mistake by buying it. It might not be the right time in their life to be making those type of risks or taking those risks or investing money into things they don't truly understand. And they might make the financial decision that it's not best for them. And that's totally their decision. That's totally their choice. And judging them and attacking them for that is not the best thing to do. And again, I'm not speaking for the whole community, but I know many of you who are on my channel from SafeMoon are very enthusiastic about it because you're here from the beginning. And so if that kind of is you, I just want you to understand that we're not perfect. SafeMoon's not perfect. SafeMoon has its flaws. SafeMoon has its doubts. There are things around SafeMoon that are unsure. It is still speculative, okay? But with that is going to come doubt. It's going to come uncertainties from people outside of it. And for this thing to really look, you know, and display the true characteristics that I think it has of being a truly established crypto one day, I think it's just as important for us to make sure that we don't go so far to just attack anyone who doesn't like it, because then that keeps us sort of in that boat of it's just a meme. You know what I mean? And so I'm sorry that this video is a little bit less like, oh, we're going to the moon, you know, or things like that. But I do believe that this is very important, and I think these things need to be said. And now I'm sure people in my comment section are going to eat me up about this. Tyler, you're spreading FUD. I have no idea how, but it happens every now and then. But I think it is important to be said that those of you, we can all play our part in supporting those people. And, you know, and understanding that and being somewhat excited, because that does help us personally, those who believe that this has long-term potential. And I think that's going to be very important for, again, the future development of this thing as a crypto itself, but also something that can be revolutionary in just the way in which it works in the community and what a truly strong community can do for a project of this nature. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And it's not something that I necessarily wanted to make in terms of, like, I didn't want to just come up here and not have anything super positive to say, but I think sometimes it is important to just sit down and have those conversations without the charts, without the news, without anything like that, and just give you guys where I'm at. And that's kind of where I'm at the moment, just in terms of how we're communicating the possibilities and the potential of SafeMoon. We don't have to do it in such an attack heavy way, especially if someone simply doesn't understand, or if they have something going on in their life that's not our business. Okay, and so with that, I will be seeing you guys again tomorrow. Of course, we're back with the daily uploads. Now that Gem Finders is done, we do have more time to put more energy and more time into these individual videos. So if there's anything specific you do want to let me know, and you want me to see me post or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. You can hit me up on Twitter at TylerHillYT or Instagram Tyler.Hill.investing. But with that being said, that is going to be about it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.